What up? It's your TV reaction. So this most of my stuff feels right on one video, so instead of having a little bit of time, we'll do a couple of a couple to probably all Royal Rumble facts and we'll do all two. So this is mostly all Wrestlelamia stuff. So I'm gonna do ones I know that's gonna be very interesting to check out World 2 first. 10, so we're gonna start with 10 most pointless WWE Royal Rumble wins. If the time that the Royal Rumble wins, if this wins that great points, why they didn't win it or not. So without further ado, we'll check out some of the ones as well. So let's get it.
Booking a Royal Rumble winner is one of the most important booking decisions of the calendar year. The Rumble winner must be a talent that WWE believe can main event WrestleMania and potentially win the world title on the grandest stage of them all. Over the years, WWE have booked numerous nonsensical Rumble winners. The Rumble winner in question was nonsensical as WWE never had any concrete plans to feature that specific wrestler in a major role, and it was a case of poor planning or poor foresight on the part of WWE. Additionally, there have been times where the winner of the match has been so underwhelming and predictable that the winner has greatly impacted the buzz and notoriety surrounding the celebrated matchup. Join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at 10 WWE Rumble wins that were completely pointless. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new website, Wrestlelamia.com. Number 10, John Cena, Royal Rumble 2013.
I did hear about this. Yeah. I mean, I worried about it. I watched it, but
Predictable Rumble as a
I watched it, but I didn't remember folks was not liking that.
Predictable Rumble traditionally leads to negative reviews and disappointment. In 2013, it was a foregone conclusion that John Cena was winning the match. It was heavily reported that Cena vs. The Rock 2 for the WWE title was the plan for WrestleMania 29. The Rumble match itself was rather lifeless, and Cena, as everyone predicted, won the match. Whilst the star power of Cena can never be denied, this was the perfect opportunity for WWE to make a new star. The world title match at WrestleMania 29 was still up in the air, and WWE had yet to lock down an opponent for
That's true, but I understand why. I mean, it's like that. Cena could have still been able to find a way to get to the Rock, but who knows?
Dolph Ziggler win the match would have been a huge surprise and would have changed the entire perception of the match. WWE would have then been able to book Cena to win the annual Elimination Chamber match to secure Cena vs. The Rock 2 for WrestleMania. Number 9, Asuka, Royal Rumble 2018.
Now, the thing is, the win was good. It's just they didn't capitalize on it, and then they had a loss in the WrestleMania. Like, they should have had one, to be honest, but whatever.
Royal Rumble
that was they fucked up right there.
Yet in hindsight, Asuka winning the match was completely pointless.
Oh.
Asuka was still undefeated with challenge Charlotte at WrestleMania 34, and in one of the most controversial moments of the past decade, WWE would book Asuka to lose to Charlotte on the grandest stage.
Too.
This felt like a huge slap in the face to everyone who had invested in her, and WWE had used Asuka's Rumble victory as a means to further elevate Charlotte come WrestleMania 34. Number 8, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Royal Rumble 1997.
I gotta hear why about this one.
It's sometimes the case that WWE crowned the right winner of the Rumble, yet the follow-up to their win renders the victory completely obsolete.
Same thing with Asuka.
In 1997, WWE booked Stone Cold Steve Austin to win the Rumble matchup, and this was 100% the correct move. Austin's work as a heel was tremendous, and he was slowly ascending to become one of the top stars in the entire wrestling industry. In a unique move, Austin never received his title shot at WrestleMania 13.
The Final Four
he received
thing.
it at In Your House, the Final Four. Due to the 97 Rumble ending in controversy, as Austin re-entered the match to eliminate Bret Hart in the final stages, as well as WWE Champion Shawn Michaels vacating the title, WWE decided to book an all-star Fatal 4-Way at the aforementioned Final Four event. Austin would take on Hart, Vader, and The Undertaker to crown a new champion, and the match would be won by Hart. Number 7, Albert Del
then Hart lost the title at Raw to Undertaker and the cage match. Then we got the frustrating not a goddamn word for it. This is bullshit promo. Yep, and led to the WrestleMania 13 double turns well too. Yeah, it was crazy, but I mean, the outcome, the better outcome is that Stone Cold came out as a babyface at the WrestleMania, but still, if you look at it from the outside in or someone in another way about it, yeah, they don't look too good.
Royal Rumble 2011. During Alberto Del Rio's early days in WWE, they truly believed that Del Rio was going to be the next big thing in the company. Now granted, Del Rio was gifted in the ring, yet he never truly had a genuine connection with the audience. WWE would book Del Rio to win the 2011 Rumble, and this was a welcome change of pace as fans firmly believed that the win would go either to John Cena or Randy Orton. The problem with Del Rio winning was that WWE, and to an extent the WWE fans, were still on the fence regarding Del Rio being world champion.
True.
This therefore meant that when Del Rio challenged Edge for the world title in the opening match of WrestleMania 27, they booked Edge to defeat Del Rio, rendering Del Rio's win as a huge waste of everyone's time. At the time, WWE's decision to have the Rumble winner in the opening match of WrestleMania received vast criticism. This was a clear sign that WWE didn't see much value in Del Rio vs Edge world title showdown. Number 6, Sheamus Royal Rumble 2012. Heading into the 2012 Rumble, most of the focus was on Chris Jericho. Jericho had just returned to the company and fans were excited about the inevitable Jericho vs CM Punk collision at WrestleMania 28. Fans were firmly expecting Jericho to win the Rumble, yet when Sheamus pulled off the shocking victory, fans were stunned. Nobody saw this coming, and Sheamus wasn't even amongst the favorites to win the match, so WWE had gone for a completely unpredictable option. Similarly to Del Rio the year prior, Sheamus would challenge the world title in the opening contest.
This the second,
match which
the quick
18 seconds.
18-second one, yo.
Sheamus would
I figured that.
Daniel Bryan to win the world title, creating a memorable yet infamous moment. And the problem with Sheamus' Rumble win and subsequent world title reign was that WWE were never committed to presenting Sheamus like an actual world champion. Sheamus wouldn't main event a single pay-per-view as world champion.
Damn,
most of his feuds, particularly the one with Del Rio, lasted far too long and were often met with utter silence from the audience. Number 5, Charlotte Royal Rumble 2020. Booking a Royal Rumble based on backstage politics is always a recipe for disaster. Yet that's reportedly what happened in 2020. WWE were going to book Shayna Baszler to win the Women's Rumble, yet due to collective debt, WWE decided to give Charlotte the victory.
Oh yeah, and then she used it for the NXT title, yup.
Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer discussed why Charlotte won the match, and this is what she had to say. Shayna Baszler logically should have won to set up the Becky Lynch WrestleMania match, and I was scheduled to win. I get why they switched from Roman Reigns to Drew McIntyre. I know why they switched from Shayna Baszler to Charlotte Flair. I think it's just a collective debt, so to speak. Charlotte Flair has been promised things in the past, then had the rug pulled out of her, which is funny because the perception is the exact opposite. Charlotte would then go on to defeat Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania 36 for the NXT Women's title, and this was a title win and reign that nobody asked for, and Charlotte being associated with the NXT title was a move that ultimately did absolutely nothing for the status of the title.
Not at all.
Number 4, Batista, Royal Rumble
Batista.
2014. When Batista returned to WWE in early 2014, the company had set creative plans in place for the WWE legend. Batista was going to win the Rumble and challenge Randy Orton for the WWE World title in the main event of WrestleMania 30. The problem was that fans had zero interest in seeing Batista in a stagnant and tiresome babyface role, and fans had firmly decided that they were going to stop at nothing until they made Daniel Bryan the number one guy in the company. This all led to one of the worst Rumbles of all time, and the match was received so poorly that it factored into WWE coming into the realization that Batista as a babyface simply wasn't going to work. Following his Rumble victory, Batista would keep his WrestleMania spot, yet Daniel Bryan would be added to the match in a welcome move. It goes without saying that Bryan should have won the 2014 Rumble, and the fact that WWE was so stubborn with Batista's babyface presentation was a testament to the problems in their creative department at the time. Number 3, Lex Luger.
I heard about this.
The WWE were always hesitant to crown Lex Luger as their top babyface, and this was never more obvious than in the 94 Rumble. Luger was the logical favorite to win the match based on his prior on-screen presentation, yet fans had organically decided that Bret Hart was the guy to carry the company into a new era. In a move that has never since been replicated, WWE would book Luger and Hart to win the 94 Rumble match, and as a result, both men would challenge for the WWE title in 2 distinct singles matches at WrestleMania 10. Luger would fail in his attempt to become WWE Champion at WrestleMania, whilst Hart would be successful, and would close out WrestleMania 10 as WWE Champion. Luger being a co-winner of the 94 Rumble was ultimately pointless, and it would have been easier if WWE gave the sole victory to Hart. Number 2, Ronda Rousey, Royal Rumble 2022. On the surface, the 2022 Women's Royal Rumble felt like an unpredictable Rumble that anyone could have potentially won. However, when just before the show it leaked online that Ronda Rousey was returning in the match, it became inevitable that the baddest woman on the planet was winning the whole thing. Rousey's in-ring work in the match was lackluster, and it was hard to tell if she was supposed to be a babyface or a heel.
Right.
Following Rousey's win, she would challenge Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 38, and the two would have a dull encounter, which Rousey surprisingly lost. WWE had booked Rousey to win with any concrete creative plans in place, which was very frustrating as a viewer. If Rousey had returned during the build-up to the Rumble and explained her character motivations, then perhaps a win would have made sense. And number 1, Vince McMahon, Royal Rumble 1999. The
Fucking
1999
Vince.
Royal Rumble was
Now I
predominantly
really gotta say
around
fucking
a
Vince now
showdown
because of
between
everything
Stone Cold
going
Steve
on.
Austin and Vince McMahon. The two entered into a match at number 1 and 2 respectively, and everything outside of any interactions between the two presented as inferior and irrelevant in the match. In a shocking turn of events, McMahon decided to book himself to win the match. He was a non-wrestler who had now won one of the most prestigious matches in WWE, and fans remain baffled as to why McMahon believed that this was actually a good idea. Thankfully, McMahon would never make it to WrestleMania 15, as Austin would eventually earn the spot to challenge The Rock, meaning that McMahon's Rumble win had no purpose other than to create a further obstacle for Austin on the road to WrestleMania.
Or as I said, just heat. All it was just for heat. But anyway, these were some good ones as well too. That took as well too though. Jordan was understandable, and some was like it looked good. Just the way the outcome was bad, like the Oscar, the Stone Cold Steve Austin, Sheamus and Stress too. Some was definitely logical. And John Cena, like I said, it could have been another way for him to get into The Rock, but I can see why. I understand why he went for Rock, but look at it another way, yeah. Other than that. Cool video from Wrestlelamia. If you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's your boy T-Bear signing off. One love.